Thank you for the like. I appreciate the likes. Whoever left that. 07 Francois Marion. What does 07 stand for? I'm not really familiar with that term. Oh, geez, I'm slow. Yeah, that's nice, cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, I would say the Gretchin is finished. I have to go over the bases and put like brown and gray and green on there. So that's just gonna be pretty fast. But as far as the bodies and all that, that's all done. I feel like at least it's as done as I can push them with the current skill level that I have. Or if that would look better this way. Does that look better for you guys? I don't know. I feel like there's so much light that the camera is having a hard time. It's just washing out all the light. I do have a tendency to add too much yellow. Like as I go up in the light, I add like more whites and yellow to kind of make it more contrast. I don't know. This is just a new hobby for me, so I'm kind of just learning how to do everything. I mean, the camera is less yellow. I am partially colorblind, so I wouldn't even know. At least, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have a hard time distinguishing subtleties in color, so I just try to remember where I put my colors. This paint is like super watered down, but I'm actually kind of enjoying slowly building up the contrast where I want. And then where need a little bit more shadow, I can just leave those spots alone and let them be dark. Shrouded in darkness. So I'm actually gonna, even though it's like, I feel like it's a little bit too watered down. It's like playing with fire that it could just go wherever, but like I'm enjoying the control I have over the building up process. Even though it's somewhat taking a lot longer than normal, but I'm in no hurry. I think just for fun I'm gonna do the metallic parts, the rings on his belly and ear. But before that I'm gonna go to the bathroom, because I need to pee. Alright, I will be back. Alright. Sorry for the delay. Plata silver. I think for these like tiny little metallic parts, I'm not even gonna water it down. Maybe I should. Maybe half a drop will do. I think doing like metallics on like little pieces like this works really well, like metallic color, but for some reason when I try to do guns, it looks flat and I really struggle with metallic stuff. But on little stuff, it's not too bad. It looks great, actually, I think. I'm gonna look at the box art really quick. There's right, pretty sure that's all metal looking right there. The little claw that he has hanging over here. I'm thinking about doing copper for the little spikes on his collar instead of like metallic. I guess the box art looks like it's also metallic. Okay, the ring. The ring is also metallic. I'm kind of thinking about doing this plate here at the bottom, and it looks like it's like a darker bronze on the box art. Kind of want to do that part next. I think that little plate turned out pretty good. Oh, did I miss any questions? There were no questions for me. Oh no, I did say something, I forgot. Forgot what I was asking. I turned the other lamp on because I feel like I need the extra light or I'll go blind. But I tried to turn the, I can turn like the amount of light and the sort of, it can go more blue or more yellowy. I can try to make it more like that. I'm not sure what kind of light you should go for to see like the actual pure color. I guess the amber light in a lamp would skew your perception of what you're looking at, but I feel like it helps me, like it's more comfortable to look at the same time. So far I'm fairly happy with how this is going. I'm gonna try and do like blending and like smooth blending where the muscles are to kind of make it all like make the light kind of smooth, which I still have a very hard time with. I guess you just have to I guess I have to just get good, bro. I was told the other day you don't have to be as strict with colors as like I initially thought with Warhammer. Like obviously orcs are green, but I'm not gonna be uber strict about making it, you know, Alright, I'm gonna find my heavy metal or my dark metal, wherever that is. Do you guys think that edge highlighting with polished gold on bronze will look okay? Or is that gonna look crazy? I'm honestly not sure if that's like a crazy thing to do, but I feel like gold is kind of like, copper can kind of look like gold if you have enough light on it. So I'm just wondering if you guys think that's crazy or not. Alright, I think this is a dark enough metallic that'll work for here, for what I'm about to do. Just swore I had more color. Yeah, whatever. It's not that much darker than I thought it was. I can't get my camera set up right. Trying to buy a house on the adjoining lot behind you. That's very cool. I just have my house and I am not currently trying to buy any property, seeing as how prices right now are semi-insane. I made a bid that was accepted. The current renters got served an eviction notice this morning, so it looks like things are moving forward. Nice. Yeah, you do not want poor people in there, you know? But congrats. I'm getting you for straight appraisal value with 0 interest. I bought my house for like super cheap because it had like problems with the foundation, so I just own my house. Yeah, I'm just I don't know, I kind of just don't want to have things that are like, honestly, like I just put my money, I don't know if you're buying this as an investment like thing, but like I just put my money into like things that don't require me to call people or have tenants. It sounds like you're gonna have tenants or something, but I don't know if I mean, it's better. I just want like low maintenance money making. I don't want to deal with people anymore. But yeah, I mean, if you can make money renting it out, or you're just buying it for yourself. I would love to have like passive income, so I would not have to ever think like enough passive income that I can like sit in my house and play video games and paint Warhammer, and I'm good. I will never ask for. Well, I'll eventually get bored of it, but I'm just saying, like, if I could just afford to never leave my house and just paint and draw and play video games, bro, I am good for life. I think I'm kind of making a mistake by edge highlighting with metallic. Although I don't hate the idea, like this could be metal right here. Yeah, I own my current house, but it's an old crack house owned by a slumlord. It's full top to bottom remodel. I'll rent the other house, but the plan is to leave the house for each of my sons to inherit. That is great that you're doing that for them, because it certainly makes life easier if you can just like get a house. I unfortunately, I'm going to have to figure. I'm still, I'm in an okay financial position. That's the situation I'm in. I'm retired and I own everything I have, so my bills are low. Finding a renter though will pay for half of this house. Yeah, I'm not in that situation, but I'm like I own my house, like everything's paid off. I got money saved. So like I'm not in a bad position or anything. It's just that I couldn't. I still gotta make money somehow. I'm not totally separate from having to labor. So, you know, I got some years I gotta still do that. But I'm definitely trying to head in the direction where I like have to work. Or sorry, I'm trying to head in the direction where I'm sort of separated from having to directly apply labor to exist. I'm definitely, though, going to be moving in the direction where I can eventually retire, but I'm not there yet. But I am in a good position. I see. I am in a situation though where my burn rate for my need for resources is very low because I've always bought everything cash, like my house and everything, and my car. I just don't have a lot of need for a lot of cash coming in, so I'm trying to actually find a way to basically, let's say, make money doing anything like creative, because I basically want to pursue not necessarily working where I work now or where I used to work just recently. I did 10 years of manufacturing and I'm quite burnt out on it, and I'm in a good situation now that I kind of want to just leave and pursue my own thing, even though my own thing will be quite a bit less money, but I want to live sort of more on my terms, if that makes sense. And even if I don't ever make a lot of money, at least I won't be in manufacturing, which is actually not a bad, it wasn't a bad time. it definitely like let me kind of get into the middle class financially by working in manufacturing, but I am just ready to leave and just explore my own sort of potential, I guess. But don't get me wrong, if I gotta go back to work in the factory or whatever, it's not a big deal, I'll do it. But I feel like right now I have a good opportunity to leave and pursue my own things. I'm actually gonna, I think I have a pretty good amount of, oh no I don't. I gotta touch up the inside of his body here. Same, I retired at 30, would rather live modestly than slave for dads to have bigger material. Yeah, see, yeah, that's the thing. And it took me a while to get to that point because there is things you gotta buy to live in America, like you need a roof over your head and a car. But yeah, I'm just done trying to. I got a good amount of money saved up and I'm gonna attempt to do my own thing. I'm just do not care anymore. I'm 34. I can't say that I'm in a position where I can just retire and never have to work again. I'm in a situation where I'm gonna have to hustle and hopefully make enough money that I never have to go back. But yeah, no, I just want my freedom. That's it. I'm gonna. Maybe I can even make enough money painting miniatures. I don't care. Flip houses. You can buy a house in Oklahoma for 30-40 grand that needs 50K in updates, sell for 150. I don't know. I mean, yeah. It's just that, like, I feel like you gotta know what you're doing with. I mean, I'm sure you do, but like for me, the market, I don't know, the market right now seems crazy. Like my house went up in value like a lot, and it's like I feel like there's got to be a crash coming, and I don't want to get stuck with not knowing what I'm doing and put a bunch of money into a property where it's it's just so outside of the world of my world that I almost feel like I'm first certainly gonna walk into a bad situation and not know. And It looks so different. I feel like it looks so different on camera. Or is it just me? I'm kind of really liking what's happening here with like more light at the belly and then just, I mean, I know I'm going really slow but I'm really like building up these layers and just making a smooth transition from where the light is supposed to be to the darker areas. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of digging it. My first attempt at getting out or like semi-retiring was like mining Bitcoin, and after the electric prices started going really high and the prices of Bitcoin and all that crypto was starting to crash, what I did was I started buying gaming computers and giving them to my friends so they would mine at their houses when they're not gaming. And I thought I could possibly grow a big enough fleet of computers to just walk away from having to work, but I never did because the prices just kept going down and down and down. But that was my first super genius business idea that failed miserably. I mean, it still makes like a little bit of money, just, you know, pennies, but it's not much more than if I had just put the money in a high interest bank account. So the work models are great, but there's just too many of them in an army. Yeah, I don't actually have an arm. I just paint, and I just went to we have a local store that opened up recently, and I just went over there and picked up something, and I just like to paint minis. I actually don't know what you need to play, like what you would need to build a big enough army. But I'm going to. Me and my friends have been talking about getting into Warhammer. I just don't think we have a big enough scene around here. I mean, I'm sure like these people exist. I just haven't gotten into it. It's like it's sort of a foreign world as far as like actual wargaming. I have some friends that play D&D, but nobody Warhammers. $200, yeah. At the pace I'm going, that would literally take maybe like a year, cause like the little Gretchin guys. I mean, they took a while, and it's probably because I don't know how to batch paint really, and have it look good. I just sort of take my time and kind of work out the details. So my painting style is really painfully slow. So anything like 200. Yeah, that would just be insane. That would be quite the challenge. But I am a really big fan of I like armies that have expandable infantry and just letting them, just overwhelm the enemy with numbers. I kind of really like to work out the numbers on that and see if I can crush the enemy that way. At least that's the way I play RTS games. Whenever I play real-time strategy games on the PC, I kind of like to have a good mix of losable units that just get fired at. Back in the day, back when I played Ages of Empires, I would go strictly British bowmen and try not to lose any of them ever, because you cannot afford that. Oh wow, I can't believe how much paint I just got on there, that's crazy. Right, right. I sort of figured. They seem like they're not super, orcs seem like they don't mind losing people. But honestly, until I actually find a group to play with, I'm just gonna go into our local hobby store and I'm literally just gonna pick up random models that I think look cool. That's sort of like, I'm primarily just a collector and painter. I don't, although I would game if I found the right people, but. Let me know if the music is too loud. I really have no idea. Actually, I didn't test how it sounds before I started, so I don't know if it's actually like way too loud. Orcs is never beaten because every fight is a good fight. They don't care if the hit with guns. They just enjoy shooting them and the noise it makes. They want to get stuck in a fight. Yeah, they want to get stuck in a fight. Yeah, orcs. Yeah, I need to like start reading like Warhammer lore. I know I heard that orcs are like one of the better factions as far as like comedic relief. They don't take themselves super seriously. And is it true that they can basically manifest whatever they believe? Is that how it works? Because that's sort of like the aspect of them I really like. Is that they sort of, I think orcs are the most fun, but I just hate painting horde armies. You know what? I've had people tell me that before. Now I'm getting a little like excited. I kind of want to go on Amazon. There's a book like that I saw that one of those Audible books. It's like a Warhammer book, and I kind of really now I'm actually getting excited. I kind of want to go listen to Warhammer. Warhammer lore to sleep to. Stuff just works because they think it does. It's not the same as manifesting stuff. Metal tube, wooden handle is somehow a functioning gun, though. That's so funny. I know. Don't they think that paint protects them, and it does because they think it does? You know what? I forgot to put dirt on the bottom of his feet before starting this model. Now I'm gonna have to go back and fix that later. I do like to put like aesthetic things at the base of the model. It does make it, I feel like it does add something to it. And purple orcs are the sneakiest orcs. I mean, have you ever seen a purple orc? Of course not. They're super sneaky as well. That's funny. I definitely should have covered up this seam here. It's really noticeable now that the model is getting painted. But I actually didn't know you could fill in these spots with the green stuff, I think it's called. I mean, I'm not super worried about it, but... Sneaky purple orcs. Purple orcs are like the annual ninja parade in California. Every year they have a huge parade of ninjas. Almost 20 years of parades and still no one has seen a ninja. I do have a commission lined up for a tattoo design I'm gonna draw for a guy. I'll be coming at this one of the ways I can make a little bit of money. I really just want to focus making money around doing something creative and just never go outside of that. Man, now I kind of want to do some orcs just stop oil protesters, as birds are not real conspiracy theories. Oh, I've seen those, the birds aren't real. That's funny. Orange spray paint flamethrowers and Chef Boyardee grenades. Give them protest signs and orange safety vest all. Yeah, right. I used to post those burns aren't real memes on Facebook. I found like there were all these pictures of like from movie sets where they were making penguins, and there was all these wires and stuff. Like I would just put the most realistic evidence you could for birds aren't real. And it was literally like movie sets where they were like, I don't know, making these robotic penguins. It was from like the 90s or something, and I would post that almost with a straight face. I wanted people to I wanted to see if I could like turn someone on to just make him believe birds are part of a grand conspiracy theory. Birds Are Not Real is awesome. Best troll and parody real ones. It's great because bird drones are real. You know, I did see there was a thing on. I can't remember if it was where I saw it, but the Chinese. They got like these like bird drones that look very authentic. I mean, if you're not paying attention to the fact that it's always flapping its wings, you're not gonna notice that it's a bird. It's very interesting how technology. I mean, that seems like that could have already existed in the past, but yeah, it's absolutely insane how quickly civilian grade stuff has become crazy, just advanced. And I don't know I don't know how you could really even prevent anyone from using drones to do anything you want. I mean, I know they got jammers and stuff, but basically it's like I'm surprised there's not more bad stuff happening with people using drones to do it, you know what I mean? So does the US. Lots of countries in the Middle East also. If you search bird drones, there's hundreds of examples from different nations. I believe it. I believe it. I just think it's kind of crazy how, even when I was a kid, a lot of this stuff would have seemed like ramblings of a madman to suggest that there would be, I don't know, it just seems like technology, even for me, like I'm a relatively young person, even for me, I feel like somewhat uncomfortable with how fast it's all moving. There's the brain chip with, you know, I think that's going to be the cutoff for me. Is I'm pretty open-minded towards technology, but I think for me the line is going to be the things being inserted into my body to be able to interact with the world. That's just not happening. Wait for second gen. Gen 2, second gen tech is usually best. Most bugs worked out, but hasn't usually been filled with optimized software yet. Yeah, I don't know. The brain chip is like, I think that's a bridge too far for me. I might not. I mean, it sounds like sort of exciting. Like there was the guy who was, I think he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he got the chip and he was explaining how he makes it work. Like he thinks of something, he has to think of something specific to make the mouse move a certain way, and you just practice that until eventually you don't have to think of like moving your left hand to move the mouse left. You just kind of move the mouse, like it becomes more instinctual over time. So like I mean, it's kind of like if I were to say this without it existing 10 years ago, or like it would have just been like I said, just ramblings of a crazy person, and now it's here, and it's almost like it happened, and it's already like yesterday's news, which is like also kind of weird how quickly things are just. It's like, yeah, we're integrating brains with computers, you know. Sometimes I can't even believe I live in reality. It's like, this can't be real. I'll wait for cosmetic cybernetics before getting one. Once it gets to the point of cosmetic implants, they'll be pretty safe and have longevity. Yeah. I'm gonna need to have like 100,000 people do it until they get like their, the system down. And when the casualty rate or whatever injury rate it goes down to an acceptable level, then I'll do it. But I'm not gonna be a first in line type of person. Well, it will be years of military and industrial implants before cosmetic implants. Yeah, the military one makes perfect sense to me. Do you mean like industrial implants for like workers, like I think I'm gonna stop the music. It's I've heard it a little bit too many times at this point. I'm gonna have to add some songs. By the way, all the music on this channel is from SUNO or some website. Like it just auto generates. You can just generate music based on your prompt, and you pay like $10 a month to be able to use that, and it's like super convenient. And that's another example of like, I mean, I wouldn't call AI yet, but just the fact that like you can have an infinite library of music that you just sort of kind of tell it to make, and then if you don't like it, you just make another one. It's just kind of like it would take me months and months to figure out how to make like a simple electronic music, and in even art, it's like there's no point really in drawing. It's like we've already been defeated. You can do it for fun for yourself if you want, but it's crazy how quickly things have escalated in terms of that kind of thing. You need that neural link implant to translate brainwaves into electrical signals to control the cyber arm, for example. Yes, huge megacorps will be able to afford giving like docks workers or warehouse guys implants. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, I almost think like if there will, I imagine like future factories obviously like automated for the most part, but like as far as like they're being humans, they're also going to be at home, but they're going to put on like some sort of VR or Neuralink type thing where they just kind of understand what's happening in there, and they kind of, there'll be some sort of management crew of people who are just basically aware of what's going on, but there won't really be a workforce, like there is now. It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be like scary and interesting how things are going to develop moving forward. The thing for me though is like I don't know how like most people will be able to participate in the economy. If they can't do anything that could possibly contribute positively in any job eventually. Like, what is, like I already know friends who worked in call centers that got straight up just got let go because of that. Like they are not needed anymore. Like the machine that calls people sounds very good. It's maybe not as good as a human, but then you do the cost average, and if it gets enough clients through the door, it's crazy. Like I already know people who have lost jobs because of AI. I grew up with Cyberpunk 2020, so we're behind on my expectations in many things. I refuse to talk to boss. Yeah, but what if you can't tell? I mean, I'm sure they're going to eventually have like laws stating that companies have to disclose whether you're actually talking to a human, right? So you're like they're going to have to. That's going to become an issue. I also kind of feel the same way. I feel like I'm being ripped off or whatever. Like I'm being cheated, or it's almost like being insulted. Like I don't know. It's yeah. I'm not a big fan of like talking to automated systems, but the issue is some of them are getting really good to where you're not. There's been a couple times I've had to call in. Like for instance, I called in my 401k, and I wasn't sure if I was talking to a person because the way she was answering, it seemed like it was like I don't know how to describe it. I don't think I was talking to a real person. It felt off, and it felt like right on that I like for as an example, and this is kind of off topic, but when the Ukraine war kicked off, there were people posting there were people posting it like videos of video game footage that was so realistic it was really difficult for people who don't play video games to tell what's that it's not real. So there's already a portion of the population that's sort of separated from reality in the sense. Like, I'm not trying to insult anyone, but they are literally watching not reality and posting it in, and in their minds that really happened. Like, they're already like there's a degree of separation from what's actually happening, and it's not their fault. Like, I that footage is like, if you're not paying attention, like a lot of those simulators, they're very very good looking. So it's but the point of what I'm saying is it's like we're gonna reach a point where people are not like even living in reality. Like, what they think it is not gonna be um, just connected to reality. It's just gonna be auto AI generated content that, well, they'll just think that that's what it is. And if they don't have the intellectual capacity to like understand or to verify what, if what they're seeing is real, then that's it. That's the reality they live in. You just underestimate, one, how dumb people are and how many people have bad eyesight. You're right. I'm just saying, like, before, like, there was fake footage, but it would have, it wasn't, there was fake things, but it wasn't like, you couldn't do, I couldn't fake war footage. Now basically I can go fake things realistically enough to trick, a fairly significant portion of the population. So that's what's interesting, is this sort of becoming like kind of mainstream, or not mainstream, but it's like there's very powerful tools now in everyone's hands. It's not just like the government has it or some media company that could do it. It's just everyone can kind of go do it now. Everything you're talking about is why the boomers have to go. Um, they think AIs are over from a Box Rogers movie made in 1930s. Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, it is weird that, like, I mean, I'm not sure how many boomers understand, you know, or they, it does seem like there's some people that aren't super connected. I mean, how much? I don't think we have to let them go. Like, they can't be that much longer. Like, boomers aren't going to be. Boomers can't last much longer. Come on. We'll just wait them out. No, they need to stop voting like yesterday. That's funny. Have you heard of QAnon? Yeah, yeah. I should have not even said it out loud because like the algorithm is gonna find out I know about it. Yeah, I know about QAnon. But to be fair, I've gone down some fun rabbit holes on the internet, and QAnon, not QAnon was not one of them, but I've gone down a few rabbit holes. I think you can definitely like I've definitely had instances where I sat way too much on the internet and like went down some rabbit hole and I like had genuine belief that it's very likely real or and then I went back to work and I forgot all about it and I'm like, well, it doesn't matter. I gotta go make money. So I think it's we can get got. We can get. I think we're all susceptible to getting got. Hasn't. What do you think about the stock market crashing? I'm sort of curious what people are thinking about that because I heard like a lot of things are going down. Obviously, like I got a few investment apps that I kind of keep track on, and it does seem like there's been big downs lately. Um, are we headed towards a recession, or are we gonna be totally fine? Because I'm so tired of be like listening to people, and I can never like decide what how I should act because it's like there's a lot of I think I definitely fell for in for I definitely fell for watching like a lot of the doomer stuff on YouTube. You know, to the point where I was like, oh, I need to go start prepping, and then like, nothing happened, and then I'm not saying it's not good to have any kind of preparation. I'm just saying like that was like one of my rabbit holes is like, and it seems like now the economy is kind of I can't I honestly because there's things that like I look at in real life like I know companies that are doing really great right now. They're like rising, and yeah, sometimes I get on YouTube and it's like it's over, sell everything, buy gold, buy weapons, and I'm just like I honestly have no idea what to do. I think a lot of people lost a lot of money betting on Trump assassination. I would only invest in cat food and boxed wine. Lol, that's funny. Bullets is the best investment besides land you can protect. Yeah, I definitely would recommend having some sort of access to firearms for sure. For sure. You know, for protection. To me, like I got friends that have kids and the wife, and it's like I just think it's wild. Not like I just think it's so wild not to have a wet, you know, like any protection for your family. You're just hoping that they like aren't gonna be insanely cruel. I don't know. To me, that's crazy. Like I would definitely like enjoy having a fighting chance. And honestly, I'm not like even really that into guns. I just like just give me like a pistol, you know, for my house. That's all I need. Although shooting sometimes, like I'll shoot like once a year, you know, but I'm nowhere. I'm not. I have a tendency to aim low, and it took me a while to like learn to aim. Uh, to me, it's a willful ignorance, and that's disgusting to me. Yeah, I mean, I think people should, you know, I think we should have safe enough neighborhoods where you don't necessarily need a gun, but like I just personally like I'm like there's no way. I'm just thinking of it from the perspective if I was a criminal and I know like let's say every third house has a gun, you know, I just yeah, I know it's probably not a good idea to talk about this, but I'm just saying I'm definitely for guns. It's really not about stopping home invasion and theft, it's about stopping foreign invaders and tyrants. It's a must have. You're gonna get me in trouble with that kind of talk. I'm just more see that the ownership should be mandatory. I mean, we're not a Spartan society. It's like if you want to have it, like I would advise to have it. I'm just saying, but How the First Amendment is specifically so we can discuss our need to violently oppose terror. Well, you're saying I'm just saying you shouldn't have to own a weapon if you don't want to. I also don't really kind of think in terms of fighting tyrants and things of that nature. I don't think that people can win without part of the ruling class switching to their side. Um, if they're basically, my opinion is that most people are fairly programmable, and they will not function very well as I don't think there's going to be like some sort of civilian uprising against like tyrannical anything. It'll happen if part of the ruling class separates and tries to push in a different direction. But I don't necessarily think that if there is some sort of a take the country back event, I think like that's not gonna go anywhere. Just because they all they have to do all they would have to do is start showing that's all you got to do is just start showing footage of like of the other side being horrific, and then you just send the other half of the poor people against those poor people, and they fight, and it's just too easy for them to switch one side against the other and then do it the other way. Like I really don't think there's um, without an internal political struggle, let's say in the U.S., which I don't think that there will be really any significant internal, because it's going the way they want. Like everyone that's at the top is going the way they want. Basically, there's not going to be you know any kind of big comeback, I think, or whatever. Like that's like the scene from Full Metal Jacket with Unlock Footlocker. If it wasn't for assholes like you, we wouldn't have these problems. Meaning, no one would dare break in if they knew every house was armed. Um, yeah, and that's why like you don't need every house to be armed. Like you just need a good proportion of them to be armed. Like my only argument is that you should have most people should be armed, and it should be voluntary. It should be on the table for you to go do that if you want. All I'm saying is that we don't need to create like a some sort of Spartan society where everyone has a gun and like all that kind of stuff. Like if you want it, you know, I support it. But as far as like weapons and tyrants and stuff like that, it definitely helps to put the brakes on. Like the government has a hard time getting too crazy too fast. But as far as like any kind of revolt, I don't think that's realistically can be one. Because there's just I don't think there can't be enough coordination. People are too poor and too uncoordinated and too easy to propagandize people in one direction or another to really achieve any meaningful. Um, and I'm not saying there should be. I'm not here saying that there should be any kind of revolt. I'm just saying for people who think like we need weapons to fight tyrants and stuff, like you're not you're not gonna win. The people who are in charge are there because like for a reason they're competent at sort of maintaining control, you know, for a long time. So it's just like got a phone call. I'm gonna start doing the leathery parts here. Overall, I'm liking the way this model's turning out. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really digging the way this is looking. In the camera, and it's not maybe showing it, but it. Let me see if I can make that a little sharper. Oh, you're here? Okay. Yeah, I'm really digging the way this guy's turning out. I might need to bring my, cause see, I have a weird situation with my camera, in that it's actually further back, and that I'm artificially like expanding the screen capture to make it closer, so my camera is not 2 inches away from the model, and that's sort of giving that like a lower resolution look, which is what I don't want. So I might have to, but if I have the camera super close, I'd have to be on the side, by the side of the model, and not where I want it. So it's like, I might have to take a break here though, because I am getting like really hungry at this point. I've been painting this model for 3 hours, it looks like. And I mean, when I say painted for 3 hours, I mean, I've sat here for 3 hours and painted. I think I took like 1 bathroom break. But so I'm gonna eat and then come back and like walk my dog and come back. But while I still have some paint that's, I kind of don't want to waste any paint. I don't know. I think I'm in a good position to stop maybe for now. I think I did. I honestly, the pants, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but I did like I'm digging the way the light is hitting the pants. Just saying. I think I would do a final like run over the skin and really brighten up those areas, or maybe even finish these fingers here, things I've missed. But it still needs a lot of work on this stuff right here, his fur. But overall, I'm really digging it. I think it's turning out really good. All right, I'm gonna log off for now. I'm gonna end stream and then go eat, watch some YouTube videos, and then I'll be back later tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it.